Fight fans, we've got breaking news that's shaking the MMA world again. John Bones Jones is back in the headlines, and it's not for a title defense or a comeback. No, this time he's been officially charged with a criminal misdemeanor for allegedly fleeing the scene of a car crash earlier this year, and the details, they're messy. According to the criminal complaint filed on June 17th, 2025, by Bernalillo County authorities in New Mexico, the incident happened on February 24th. Police say Jones was involved in a two-car accident. In the passenger seat of one of the vehicles, officers found an intoxicated, partially unclothed woman. That alone raised eyebrows, but it gets more complicated. She allegedly told police that John Jones was the driver and that after the crash he took off on foot. Now, that's the official version from law enforcement, and here's where it gets even more bizarre. The woman apparently called Jones from the scene. Police say a man answered the call, believed to be Jones, who sounded heavily intoxicated. One of the APD aides even claims he made statements suggesting violence through third parties. He allegedly refused to identify himself and hung up. In total, cops say Jones called the woman's phone 13 times and even texted her after the crash. Now, obviously, this sounds serious, but we have to look at the other side too. John Jones has responded. He took to social media and said, and I quote, "Keep in mind, even the media can get it wrong sometimes if they don't have all the facts. Don't believe everything you read online." Jones also told authorities he wasn't running away. He says the woman had already left his house intoxicated. When she called him about the crash, he apparently wasn't sure who was calling, especially since the people on the line used what he described as unprofessional language. He claims he didn't even realize it was law enforcement at first and hesitated to identify himself out of confusion or mistrust. So on one hand, we've got law enforcement alleging he left the scene of an accident and made threatening remarks over the phone. On the other, Jones says he was caught off guard, unsure if the call was legit, and didn't mean to cause trouble. As of now, the court has scheduled a bond arraignment hearing for July 24th, and Jones will have to formally respond to the charge. Now, let's be clear, this is a misdemeanor, not a felony. No one was seriously hurt, and there's no DUI charge filed as of now. But still, it's another chapter in a long list of off-cage controversies for the former UFC light heavyweight king. Remember, this is the same John Jones who was arrested back in 2015 for a hit and run, pleaded guilty, and got probation. He's had previous run-ins involving DUI, firearm possession, domestic issues, you name it, but fans had hoped he had turned a corner. After capturing the heavyweight title, Jones had been talking about legacy, redemption, and fighting Stipe Miocic. But now, with this fresh case and no fight date in sight, that comeback seems murkier than ever. What happens next? That's up to the courts. Jones remains innocent until proven guilty, and no judgment should be passed until all the facts are laid out. But one thing's for sure, this story isn't over. The July 24th hearing could be pivotal for what's left of John Jones's fighting career. So what do you think, fight fans? Has Jones run out of chances? Or is this just another misunderstanding blown out of proportion? Should the UFC step in? Let us know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe to Combat Sports Insider for more updates and deep dives from inside the fight game. And hey, I'll be honest, I like John Jones, man. He's one of the best to ever do it, and it's honestly tough to see him in the news like this again. I really hope he figures it out, gets through this, and finds peace, whether it's in or out of the cage.